Which one of you is not gonna breathe? Me.
Mhm.
It gets it. That's why I have to watch it a couple times because the first time through, it's just like trying to take in everything. So especially when the high tension stuff was going on, it was like, oh my gosh, way too much going on. But then you watch it another couple times, and you're like, okay, great. Then you're like, now I can kind of pick out all the things where me and Kaylin will tear things apart and be like, okay, what does this piece of evidence mean? What does that piece of evidence mean? And the amount of screenshots we take to try to solve things. Werewolf.
Yeah.
Werewolf says, wait, hold on. What? Deb863, when that happened, I never felt more hope that finally things are going to turn around. From the January 19th chat with Deb. When 863 happened, are you suggesting that when this potential incident, I don't know how else to call it so that we don't so we don't get you too demonetized here. You're suggesting that Deb did it in that case, or something happened that was good for Deb in that case. Okay. I mean, that's an interesting thought. Again, this one, it's kind of hard because we don't know. We don't know who was in the car. We don't know what exactly was going on. And when she says 863, we don't know if she's project. But that is an interesting thought. I kind of, I might want to keep that one on in the back of my mind somewhere. That might be a good thought to dive into. Maybe we'll get more evidence that would prove that that was what was going on. Maybe they'll talk to Deb soon and tell her what happened. That might be a
Well,
good idea.
yeah.
Yeah.
Did you, so going back to the audio that we heard, and
Mhm.
he lost, I guess he's, okay, so head wounds, anytime you hit your head and you get a head wounds bleed a lot.
Yes.
So so we've got radiation poisoning, blood loss.
Mhm.
I don't think I noticed, if anyone noticed any kind of other symptoms. I didn't notice any of the symptoms that Deb had described.
Yeah,
Um,
there's no like bumps under his eyes or anything physical on him. I thought about that too. Also, if there was a head wound, I'm guessing he hit the back of his head because we don't see it, so it has to be in his hair.
yeah, in his hairline, like
Like with
unlike
Woods,
Woods,
where we couldn't
yeah.
see it. Yeah.
And I mean, head wounds do um typically heal fast. Not as fast as mouth wounds, but like if you bite your tongue or you burn your tongue, usually the next day it's healed. Can you think about burning your finger and the next day it being healed? No. But that's
No.
because you have a lot of bacteria and germs that heal things in the mouth. And um, on a evolutionary scale, you kind of don't want that's where you eat. That's where you get your nutrition. So your body is going to put that at priority level
Yeah,
anytime that gets hurt.
that
So
makes sense. I would say I still have a scar from when I burned my hand like last year.
so radiation poisoning. I could be wrong, but doesn't that take a little bit while to heal? It does. It does, but you would have burns. Um, and I guess he was in the hospital for a week, which I would still be interested to know if they ever gave him a transfusion.
Or what exactly happened in that week time span.
Yeah, we don't know what kind of medication they put him on, and still we had the creepy doctor.
Yeah.
And
You
so,
saw, I think you saw my theory about what I thought was going on until we got confirmation they actually did get out.
yeah,
So,
yeah. Um, trying. No, a week. It would take about a week for radiation poisoning, but he's like walking around. He says he feels fine. Um,
someone's like kidney failure. He technically is in, like, his
He-
kidneys are
He's
supposed to
not
be
in kidney failure yet. He's
not
at
quite.
37. He's at basically 40% function, which, yes, that's not normal, but it's not stage 3 kidney failure. We're looking at stage 2.
There's just a lot of
But
questions as usual.
could they be saying that to keep him there? Could
Also
the
true.
Yeah. One thing that stuck out to me was, you know what to do, Deb. Welcome to the winning side. You know what to do, basically.
Mhm.
I don't know the full transcript of what was said. Again, I only watched it once, but if I was Deb, I got caught in a trap. They injected me in life's blood. My first instinct would to take the antidote. And he's telling me, you know what to do. Well, my first instinct was to get the antidote. So did they purposely lay this trap out for her because they knew that she had an antidote? And this is a way of them getting her to give them the antidote? I don't know. Or
Lead
show them where it is?
Maybe that was to get her to lead them to the antidote. Because what was because Matthias is the one who's fallen into the trap. The other 3 have taken the antidote. The next thing Matthias said is, "We need to find more antidote." Which, yeah, it seems like in the bigger scheme of things that would make sense. He'd want to find an antidote, but it could be subliminal kind of thing going on too. So, yeah, I think you could be onto something there. That could be a subliminal thing, like go find the antidote now, kind of thing. Because we think Project Pegasus had something to do with. There's the whole. We still haven't looked deeply into it because it's like it's the mind control thing, yeah, because it's a little bit conspiratorial, and we're like, okay, well, how much do we want to look into this? And then when we saw it flash on the screen, we're like, okay, now we do need to look into this. So it is potential. I mean, that doesn't seem that far fetched anymore now that we know that that's somehow related. But
One of my favorite fictional characters is Sherlock Holmes. And in The Scandal of Bohemia, you had Sherlock Holmes who gets hired by someone that's very close to the Queen, is being blackmailed by an actress. And he's hired to get the promiscuous pictures that she took of them together. And so what Sherlock Holmes does is he fakes a fire in her place. And her first instinct is to grab her valuables, the most prized possession. And for a woman, that would usually be the children. But this woman does not have any children. What she has is this like leverage, this blackmail against this important figure. So she's going to rush and show Sherlock Holmes where her hiding spot is. And the fire was fake, so she basically shows him, and he uses her fight or flight instincts against her into showing him where the hiding spot is. So that's one of the things that I'm thinking of is could Nelson have could it be like a Scandal in Bohemia where Nelson is giving her a fake fire, so she rushes to go get the antidote and they just follow her to the antidote? Does that make sense?
you're thinking that the serums going off did not actually, like, the serums went off, but it didn't actually do anything. It was just smoke and mirrors.
Well, how sinister do we think it all comes down to how sinister do we think Nelson Cyphus is? Because at one time they were all 3 friends. Could he be pushed to murdering one of his friends, even though they're no longer friends?
That is the big question, and it's coming down to trying to characterize. Man, I wish Kaylin was still here. This is her wheelhouse.
Mm-hmm.
We've been trying to do this for a couple of days, actually try to characterize
Mm-hmm.
the 3 originals, so Wes, Deb, and Cyphus. And we're struggling to characterize them because 99% of everything we know about them is told to us by somebody else.
Yes.
it's all hearsay. So it's like, well, we think Cyphus is like this, but we've only been told Cyphus is like this. We haven't actually directly yeah, it's all biased. We haven't directly interacted with Cyphus. Same with Wes. We've only been told this is what Wes is like. We think this is Wes talking. We this and all this. Deb, we get a little bit of what she's like because she is speaking to us, but it's through a computer. And obviously there is tone lost when you're typing, and there's tone lost with a lot of other things. So again, even with Deb, we don't fully know what's going on. It's really difficult to characterize these people. Like we're struggling to do this. We were asking you, Artemis, like how on earth do we characterize some of these people? Because you saw what we were doing.
Yeah.
We were struggling with it.
I mean,
So
I'm really good. I'm really good at probably psychoanalyzing our three characters.
yeah,
Matthias 863, Samantha 863, and Woods 863. I'm really good at doing that. But like you said, what we're seeing is being told to us through someone else. We're being told by the Phantom that Deb can't be trusted. We're being told that through Deb that Cyphus can't be trusted. We're hardly told anything about Wes. The only thing that we're told by Wes is what we can find in his letters.
which we're still sketch about some of those.
Yeah. And if you believe that the Phantom is Wes, you can go through his character profile as well. But with the study in Bohemia, with going back to Sherlock Holmes's like fake fire, it really said the winning side of Syntech.
The winning side is the key phrase there. Winning.
That would imply that Deb was in the middle, not Wes was in the middle, right?
Theoretically, or it could interpret that she was working for the losing side and they're converting her to the winning side. We know her, and we think this happened, it was meant to happen in 1999. We know her and Wes hid the last one of the last one of well, not the last, but one of those serums was hidden by them in 2003. Matthias said that out loud from the RSD, and that was the one that had the heart with D plus W. So theoretically, that my assumption from that is that Deb and Wes were still together. So maybe they were still working together all the way to 2003. And if this was meant to happen, again, guessing in 1999, then they could have been considered the losing side and they were trying to convert her to the quote unquote winning side. But you're always, whatever side you're on, you're going to want to assume you're the winning side, right? That also comes down to human nature. Like you want to be on the winning side, quote unquote.
True.
Putting air quotes, but no one can see it because no camera.
That is true. I don't. Sorry, another thought. I'm so ADD today. I was all like, I don't think you can have cameras on a stage, but yeah. It just that wouldn't to me. It just like okay, the winning side of Syntech.
They think they're winning, but maybe they think, but they're actually losing. It could be
But
one of those like
that's also implementing that Deb is part of Syntech, but she's told our team that she's outside of Syntech. So that implies that Wes is the losing side and Cyphus is the winning side.
This
That's
is
what
also
he's
possible. It is possible. Kaylin's actually thought about Wes being a bigger player than we give him credit for. I don't want to speak for her, but she has talked to me about that. Wes may be a bigger player. He may have not been the middle. We actually put a video up about something like this with twisted conversations about people talking differently, because the guy's directory we know was manipulated, right? So there's a conversation between what we believe to be Cyphus and Wes on there, but that could have been between any two of the three people. If you can check that out on Spellbound, we actually put up, I think Kaylin put it up, the twisted idea. So we could be wrong about, and yeah, there's a video out too about it, that we talked about it. played Jekyll and Hyde, so to speak, and changed up who was talking. It's possible. It's possible she was in the middle. Also, I have a sinking feeling that Project 863 was not just outside of Syntech, but part of Syntech as well. Just because of some of the documents we've seen, the fact that some of the patients were labeled 863 in front of them, and that was technically Syntech labeled like documentation. I wonder if there was an internal 863 project, but she had an external one as well. 863 may be more than one project, but
It could be 862 more projects.
well, yeah. When is the fire on the timeline? If you look on the timeline, we posted the update today. The fire was, we believe, February 11th, 2000. Do we have a link for the timeline? I can grab the link for the timeline, I believe. Give me like 2 seconds.
Can you pin that so we can just...
Yeah. And this gets automatically updated anytime we update it. So you should be able to just go back to this. Boom. And then let me pin. Oh, thank you, whoever just pinned it. Thank you, Ink Knight. Go ahead, check that out. Please tell us if we're right or wrong. We also have a video explaining initially how we came up with the timeline, but then we put a video out this morning about the major revelation we had.
I do. Okay, so before we open this up to a couple of people in our audience, I do want to make a disclaimer for people who are... we do have some individuals in our community who have DID. There was a reference to a movie in We Are 863 this week of Split. And I know that is one of the... I mean, though it was entertaining, they should have never used a actual... what am I trying to say? An actual thing. They could have just made it all fictional and him just having superpowers and having that kind of thing. But anyway, I digress about the movie Split. But I did reach out to Matthias, and I did share it with a couple of our members that I know have DID, because I know that could be triggersome. When I reached out to Matthias, he did say that when DID originally showed up, it was an oversight. It was a singularity incident and should never pop up again in the show again. So if you were one of those that was kind of affected by what was said on We Are 863, know that some neurotypical people they're uneducated, basically. And some of them, it's an oversight. To them, it's just a movie. So if you were affected by that, on behalf of Spellbound, I'm not an employee of Spellbound, but I do work on the website. I do work on the Discord. I want to say I'm so sorry. I'm not one of those people that is ignorant to the community. I am a full supporter in them. I'm in a full support of treatments, if the systems want treatments, if people are, if an individual is part of a system group and they are actively looking for treatments, I am there with you. I'm also there with you if you feel like there is nothing wrong with you. That I just wanted to bring that up there. That was said in We Are 863, and I wanted to basically tell you that Dad is aware of it. He does know that it's not an issue. It's not an entertainment issue. This is actually people's regular lives. And I want, on behalf of Spellbound, apologize for that. And it should probably never come up again in our story. And if you are an individual that has DID, we are a safe place. We do not discriminate. If you want to come talk to me about it, my DMs are open to you on Spellbound. I'm more than willing to hear about anything and everything that you guys want to talk about. If that's something that you want, if you feel like you have DID, I know there's a lot of people who struggle with still trying to figure out if they do have it. I'm not a psychologist, but I have taken many psychology courses, and medical courses, and I can probably get you the help, point you in the direction and the reading material that you might need. But again, on behalf of neurotypical people, do apologize and sorry for that. But on that note, let's go ahead and open the stage. Let's see. Who have I? Bread is here. Bread, I'm going to invite you to speak. Hi.
Oh.
Hello.
How are you, Bread?
I'm good.
You're good?
Yeah.
So did you have a question, observation, or theory?
I had a theory that I've been working on for about a month now or so. And it really started popping up after a recent video where Deb was really upset that Matt, Sam, and Woods had split. Just like she, Wes, and Cyphus. Which got me thinking that since she had multiple different tests, she had multiple different projects. Maybe she had seen that they all ended in the same way that it did with she, Wes, and Cyphus. And she saw that Project 963 ended differently, in a better way than the other ones. And so when Matt had brought her the news that they had split, she had thought that it was game over. Simply because that was how the rest of the projects would have ended.
So you're drawing the parallels of R3 compared to Nelson, Wes, and Deb.
Yes.
So one of the contingencies about 863 that Deb put into place is that there aren't 3 of them.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking about that as well. Is maybe she thought that 863 would have succeeded because there is a 4th subject to keep them together.
And it's not a group of, it's not a person, but a group of individuals.
Yeah, it's a group of individuals.
So yeah, I mean, Matt was annoyed with us. He was annoyed with us this episode, but I mean, we're all in this together.
Oh dear. There's a song I haven't heard in forever.
So yes. I'm one of those that don't draw any parallels to Wes, because I mean, I was helping Steph and Mistress on their character developments on each character, and the more I look into Matthias, Sam, and Samantha and Woods, the more I don't see it.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm thinking, is that Deb saw that same thing. She didn't see the
She just saw that they split and had an argument, and she probably was like, "Oh my gosh, they're doing it too."
Yeah.
But I think one of the reasons why she gave Matthias the address to where location 3 is because we were with him.
Yeah.
So
she knew that he wasn't alone and going there.
Yeah. But so what's your theory on it? Do you think it's accurate?
I personally don't think that they will end up like them, and that's probably why Deb said that they were different. That the 863 subjects were different because they wouldn't end up the same.
Even the Phantom said that they were resilient and that she's trained them well.
Yeah.
They're annoyingly resilient. That's the
Sounds like
exact
the
words.
other. Sounds like the other from the first Avengers movie.
Yeah. So they're annoyingly resilient and she's trained them well.
The podcast froze again.
It did it. I don't know what's happening.
Might be your storm that's happening.
I know. Come fix it for me, Steph.
I can't control the weather, unfortunately. I don't have those magical powers. My magical powers do not lie in storm control.
Somebody get me Storm from the X-Men, please.
Let me just get my magical programming powers and make a command module for you or something.
Well, Steph, I'll let you take Bread's question. I'm gonna actually flip over my internet, so I'll be right back.
Okay. So where were we? We were and I cut out.
You just lost it.
Yep, lost the plot. Okay. So you're saying that we're annoyingly they said we were annoyingly resilient.
Yes.
And to the team in general. And I'm wondering if that includes us as well, because you have us that every single time something goes wrong, we're there to help the team as well.
Yeah.
I think that
They wouldn't be here without us.
You have thousands of us that help them, which has been a very interesting ride.
Been interesting, all right.
Trying to see some. I don't know.
I'm
how
here.
To say your username. Oh, there you are. I was saying
Oh.
someone said Matt equals leader, tough, same as Cyphus. Woods equals handy, resilient like Wes. Sam equals emotional, deep thinker like Deb. Interesting.
Yeah. So I'm thinking that she knew that this group was the key to success because they were just like Wes, Deb, and Nelson, but then they were best friends for such a long time. And you even had the fourth subject, which is us, who is going to help keep them together. Sorry, I just watched a movie earlier, so I'm
thinking about Matt, and I'm thinking about how he's the dude that chose who wanted to get a Neapolitan shake from In-N-Out. And you guys are all like, he's Cyphus!
He's not. Well,
Sorry.
you have to remember we're going off of the. Well, again, do we know who Cyphus is?
no.
I'm gonna play this card here. Do we know who Cyphus is? Do we know who Wes is? Do we know truly who Deb is? So we're drawing parallels on assumptions again.
I'm
Which
not
is
drawing
fine.
parallels. I'm saying they are basically the best out of every single one of her groups.
Which is, yes, that has been. She
and
said that.
It's because we make them look good.
Oh dear. We try to help them as best we can.
Do we make them look good?
Yeah, we do. All right. Thank you so much, Brett. I'm going to go ahead and...
All right.
Have a good evening.
I will.
I'm not sure how to pronounce your name, but Ravi, do it. All you do is there you are. Can you pronounce your name for me?
It's Ravi Dot.
Okay. I was close. Yay. Theory?
Yes. I'm just like very excited right now.
It's okay. It's just us.
We're no.
Don't look at the bubbles below us. Just look at us. Just me and Steph. You're just talking to me and Steph right now. So don't look at the people below us.
Yeah, I did have a theory. I'm trying to remember it. I think it was like Nelson like went into the mountaineer and I killed some and I shoot the gun.
Oh, in the gun? Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
So what
I hope
was
I don't get.
your...
Yeah, Artemis, we're
yeah.
losing you.
Sorry. Are you?
Yep, you're
The
sounding like
star.
Matthias was. You're going through a tunnel.
Oh, okay.
Come out of the tunnel.
I'll be right back. I'll be right back. So go ahead, continue, Ravi.
Yeah, I've had a couple of theories. Like it was like I'm trying to remember some of them. Oh, I remember now when they compare Matt Simon Woods to her Nelson and Wes. I was like, I think I made a meme or something like. Wait, never mind.
Okay. You were saying your first one was something to do with the Mountaineer. You think it was Nelson who went in the Mountaineer?
Yeah, I think it was, but I'm not really sure because we don't know if it was like a man or a woman in there because we can't really tell.
Yeah, it was kind of dark, and you just see the one figure walking towards the car, and we can only make so many assumptions about who was walking towards the car. Other than we know they had a lab coat.
Yeah, that's it.
I'm back.
Yeah, there's
I
a.
think.
Welcome back. Yeah, you sound so far so good.
I
Fingers
just hopped
crossed.
it over to my... I just hopped everything over to my mobile Wi-Fi, so I'll
Very
pay
good.
for that at the end of the month. Ha!
Oh dear.
But anyway. So sorry. We were talking about who was walking up to the Mountaineer.
Yes. We're trying
Yep.
to make a guess. A logical guess.
Somebody said, I'm so sorry because of jumping around and whatnot. Somebody said, do you... and I can't even remember where I was when I read it. They said, do you think this was Cyphus killing Wes? And that's why Deb had to hide the rest of the serums. And I know with our timeline, we believe that Deb finished hiding the serums in 1998, right?
No, it'd be later than. Well, the RSD picked up the one serum at the latest 2003. But that doesn't mean they didn't like scan a bunch of times, make sure things weren't, or they didn't check things. This is the fudge factor here. She could have been hiding them up until 2003 or later.
Yeah.
But then again, it's all speculation and logical guess in that regard.
Well, and again, if she's hiding the serums because Wes is dead, why wouldn't she tell our characters that?
That would make like a lot of sense for her to just be like, well, the reason she said she doesn't know Wes's whereabouts, didn't she? So I feel like she said that at some point. Also, how we know the dates of the serum, Matt actually said one of the dates in the RSD video. Unless this is the whole she's lying to us and not let us know that Wes is dead, which is also possible. But why would she lie? I mean, she lied to us. Do we know if she'd lie to us to get what she needs?
She has before. She's pretended to be a computer.
This is true. This is the this is the whole this is the trust. Do we trust everything Deb says? Do we trust her completely and fully?
I have another thing for you.
Oh.
She said don't trust the tape. Is this the tape that she was talking about?
We don't know which tape she was talking about.
So maybe we shouldn't be trusting any of them.
This is a good point. The only tape we can trust is the monster tape. Sorry.
Could we trust that too? Maybe she knew about the monster tape too. Like,
Oh no.
everyone is sus.
I was trying to be lighthearted and you had to take it there.
I'm sorry. I'm not sorry.
But okay, I want to take that into consideration that the quote unquote what unaliving tape, I think that's what we can use here so you don't get demonetized. The unaliving tape could be the tape she said not to trust, or it could have been the time sensitive announcement she meant not to trust, or maybe it was the tape that was meant to trick her, because we have 3 VHS tapes at this point.
Yeah, the tape I thought that not to trust was like the one that Simon Woods found that led them to location 3.
There's also one more tape I just thought of too. The tape of her and who we presumed was talking. The one that Cyphus, at the time we thought it was Cyphus, the one that the LAPD phone person that we were talking to said to listen to hear what she was saying to who we assumed was Wes. That's another tape. We have, 4 tapes circulating around now?
Yeah, I think so.
Let's just not trust any of it, and let's just collect serums. Oh wait, we need an antidote, don't we?
Yeah, we need an antidote. We need an antidote, which we don't, because we don't know the full. Well, we have a guess at the formula, but we don't know if that's the formula, and them trying to recreate that formula would probably be impossible. So yeah, we might just have to not trust anything we find except finding serums.
And if we find a blue one, score!
Hopefully it's labeled correctly.
I will be so happy on a blue one.
Yes, same.
What will happen to Matt over time since the serum is in him?
We don't know. We still don't know if he was even injected in that, like the whole Bohemian thing. The scandal of Bohemia, Sherlock Holmes. It could just be a facade to get Deb on their side without really causing her harm.
Yeah.
Or
probably.
It could also, if he is that sinister, he could have done that. Sorry, this is my brain still going a mile a minute.
No, it's okay. I get it. My brain is also doing that because I'm also reading chat and people saying things that I'm like, wait.
We also have we do have radiation in Matt's blood. We do have kidney failure. But then again, we don't, because we don't know if we can trust the doctor.
The doctor was sus.
The doctor was sus. Like, out of Wes, Deb, Cyphus, Phantom, Doctor. The people I don't trust, Phantom, Doctor. Those are the 2 people that have actually displayed no-nos.
No, like, as in, are you taking a Harry Potter reference here? No-nos?
No, I don't think I was. What are no-nos in Harry Potter?
You said no-no. Oh, no-nos. Never mind, sorry. I said no-nos.
No, not he who shall not be named.
Sorry. I'm so sorry.
No,
I'll mute now.
knows. No, come back. Those are the only, out of those 5, those are the only 2 characters who have actually done us harm.
Yes.
Well, not us. By us, I mean 863 characters. So.
Well, we are 863 after all. We are public 4.
Oh, we're all together. So true. Well,
I just remember that theory I had a while back.
What's that?
Concerning like the break-ins. I remember the first one we saw in Blue Bears. is that I think that was Wes that broke in, or whoever it was, like to inject himself with the clear serum. And then the other person who planted the LAPD case, I think that was our next Phantom.
So you think it's multiple people?
Yes, because I was like, the body types, all of them are very different.
The sorry. So sorry. I just read chat and it said Matt had some of these and I just jumped back up and it says hair loss.
Oh
That's
dear.
a bit mean.
Artemis. Oh no. Fever, dizziness, and disorientation, weakness. So dizziness and disorientation, yes, from what we heard when the thing went off. Headache. He said he was nauseous. Yeah. So radiation poisoning was definitely possible when the serum was going off, based on those criteria.
Why did you yell at me? I just read her post backwards.
I didn't yell at you. You started laughing, and I just I'm reading. I read it from the top down. I'm like, oh yeah, when the serum went off, and then you went straight for hair loss.
No, I read it backwards. I read it. Matt had many of these. I was like, oh, what is that? And I just jumped to the last one. It said hair loss.
See, I read from the top down. I didn't. Okay, it was a mistake. I was not yelling at you. I'm sorry. I'm really. I was not. It was not intended. I just was like, what are you? I didn't know what you were going on about. I'm so sorry.
I show you how I read it.
Oh dear.
I thought they were being mean. I was like, this is a Law and Order article to be mean.
I was very.
Matt had many of these hair loss.
See, I read it from the top down, so I was like, what are you on about? Okay. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
It's like going back to Samantha saying that they should give him Rogaine. Is that too mean?
Oh no.
Oh
no. I'm sorry.
Gosh, are we gonna get bald Matthias again?
Oh no.
Oh,
I'm saying oh no because I don't know how to react to this anymore.
Shrine Studios. I'm laughing too. I'm so sorry, guys. Don't give this to Emiko. Yeah, hide.
I'm sorry. I was not trying to yell at you, Artemis. Honest. I just very confused. I was like, "What are you laughing at?" I do apologize.
Now you know what I was doing because I don't have it up on full screen, so I only have that little bit. So when it popped up, is like Matt has many of these hair loss. I'm like,
oh dear. Oh dear.
I mean, he's
sorry,
not...
Matthias.
Matthias, you know I love you. That was...
I didn't read it how you read it. I'm sorry. I read it from the top down.
You actually read it like a normal person. Then there's me! So... Anyways. I don't believe, okay, Ravi, going back to what you were saying, I believe that there are multiple phantoms that would also... Because when I first started calculating and drawing theories, one of my first theories was trying to measure how tall the phantom was. And the phantom that they caught in the alleyway, and when Woods dropped the walkie and they caught the phantom in the alleyway and he took off running, that phantom was 5'8", and the phantom that broke in and locked them into the vault with the mask on was 6 foot. So we do have different heights. I'm not able to, but again, my calculations could be off by a lot because I can't calculate on the Nest cameras. I can't triangulate them accurately unless I know how high the camera is from the floor.
Oh,
So I can only estimate it. So
I have never been invested into something on this Project 863 series. Like, not even my schoolwork, I just put so much effort into.
You put more effort into 863 theories than you do schoolwork.
Oh dear.
Oh, that's
I
a
don't know why.
shame.
I just be watching your videos every day, all the time, trying to think of theories, all kind of stuff, and like, and then one day I was like, "What about your schoolwork? You never do so much with your schoolwork ever."
I mean, the only reason I'm able to do all these math equations and formulas is because I actually studied something in school. I'm a horrible test taker. That's why I didn't get as many degrees in what I have studied. Just because I'm just a horrible test taker. My dyslexia does not allow it. But I do like learning. One of my favorite things is to learn. That's why I'm listening to theoretical physicists. So
And why I watched that video on time, even though I don't quite understand it. I like learning. I like Googling things and figuring things out.
You think time is hard to understand? Try to understand quantum physics.
I've actually looked into a little bit of quantum stuff before. Quarks and all that jazz.
That's what's Marvel.
Avery, that's not nice.
That's not nice.
They did get that product. They got that product. They got that product when Matt was using dating gadgets and dope or nope on his wife.
Oh,
They got that product and they used it on him, and he didn't like it because it was like actually like flaking off in his dinner. So, bread. It's one of my favorite episodes as well. Okay. So thank you, Ravi. We're gonna go ahead and call somebody else up to the stage.
Thank you for having me. I was so surprised. This is one of the best moments in my life.
Well, thank you. Thank you for being a listener, and have a great day or whatever time zone you're in.
You too.
Bye. Okay, let's get to one. I see Roy. Let's go ahead and invite Roy to speak. Hi, Roy.
Hi.
How are you?
Good.
So, do you have a question, theory, or observation?
Hey, give me a sec. Hey, my bad. I have to do something. What's it called? Is this Pizza Hut?
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Hey, Blue Shell, we'll go ahead and call on you.
Hello.
Hi, Blue Shell.
Hi.
How are you?
Hello.
Hi, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Hi, do you have a question, observation, or theory?
Well, I have a theory about like the newest episode, cause
Yeah, what's that?
when we were going through the documents when they were testing with the radioactive life's blood, they said Wesley had an accident. Like there's an accident with Wesley. So could that video have been Wesley got shot? That was his accident.
Well, wait.
Are you referring to the accident mentioned in the emails in the RV?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to play devil's advocate and I'm going to boost your theory up. Well, not play devil's advocate, but I'm going to be devil's advocate with you against Steph because I know where Steph's going on with this.
Oh, this is where oh no, okay, here we go.
All right, here we go. Okay, what Blue Shell is saying is that Wes gets shot.
Mm-hmm.
By who? We don't know. Deb uses Life's blood to help Wes heal. Because we do know that Life's blood, it does have bad side effects, but it does do something. Wes gets shot. Deb injects him with life's blood. That's why it's her fault the way he is. Because in order to save his life, she had to give him something horrible, but now it's kind of slowly turning him into a monster. Could that be it?
I feel bad poking holes into this, but the
It's
only
okay.
reason I'm gonna poke a hole into this, it has to do with the timeline. So 863 happened in 2003. Those emails were from 1995. Granted, those emails, we actually don't know who those emails were from to Deb because they were redacted. And we're all assuming that, and this is also going on the assumption that Wes is the Phantom, which that is your choice if you think he is or not. We don't have anything contrary to that at this point, but it's still a point of contention. So that's the only reason I would say that's not the accident, would be because those emails, if we are to believe those emails, are from 1995, and the shooting happened in what we presume to be a shooting happened in 2003. That is the only reason I am a bit skeptical about that. I mean, I could be wrong. I mean, we could be wrong, and those emails are wrong. A lot of things could change that, but that's my only reasoning.
There was a patient in the patient files that was released from treatment,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
When was that?
That was. Give me 2 seconds to pull this back up, because I have one too many documents. They were released in, that was back, I believe that was in 97. Yeah, B5187 was released home, we're guesstimating around July 26, 1997.
Do we have a name for B5107?
B5187, I believe, is Mark, but let me double check. Let me
The
open up another
amputee.
file here. Yeah, I believe that was the amputee. Give me 1 second. I can pull up.
No, I don't think it's the amputee because they kept trials on him.
Hold on. I can tell you B187187. Which one was he? 2 seconds. Google.
B5107.
Okay, that was. Yep. B5187 is Mark S. Recovery.
You said B5107.
87.
No. The person that left the trials was B5107. 107. Yeah.
Hold on. There's a lot of numbers. No, 87. It's 87. Sorry. 87.
Okay, 87.
It's a lot of numbers.
So Mark S was the one that was released from the trials.
That's what it's looking like from my notes. I'm trying to see where I pulled that.
Who was in the chat logs about the creamer? He was the one that gave the creamer the euthanasia chat.
Yes.
What was that again?
That was, hold on. Let me just open up all my files.
Was that B27?
B27 was talking about the euthanasia chat. But the euthanasia chat, that wasn't the one where they were talking about that particular experiment. That was actually a chat with, was that with GR she was talking about them? Hold on. Pull up the transcripts. Thank you, Kaylin, for writing all these out for me. You're not here for me to tell you this. This is chat log patient. So patient A5159, she was talking to B27 about that patient, which was also listed. And then the next patient, okay, so 1 sec. Sorry, there's a lot of chat logs. My goodness. Patient IDs. That one they talked about. So the one that was mentioned in the chat log was A5159, which is one we don't have a name on. But the other one, where else were they mentioned? I wrote this down. I'm sorry, you guys are getting like an insight into how my brain functions. Which might be a bit scary. Yeah, that one was only.
And try to go on Spellbound and help you.
Yeah, sorry, we have so much information at this point. It's like trying to anybody remembers, if you've looked at any of our stuff, please tell me. Actually, let me pull up my spreadsheet. That might actually be easier. Okay, Mark S. B5187 redacted. He was redacted there. We don't have a connection here. We think he may have been this person that had the electric reaction at injection C number 6. We think that's him, but that's not. Where was it said they were released? I know.
Am I the only one that finds it weird that she's talking to a number that kind of resembles a patient's number?
I'm not Deb, I promise. I know where that joke's going.
B27.
B5187, yeah. I mean, we don't know. We don't know. Mark S is that particular number. We know that for a fact. Analysis. Evidence notes 2. He's mentioned in antidote notes part 2. Oh no, B5198 was released June 26th. We don't have a name. B5198. B5198 was released June 26th. I found it in the antidote notes, pending at-home reports of progress. B5198, and we don't have a name for that person. That number is that was the first time we saw that number. We have B5187. We do not have anybody with the number with the B5198, and they were the one that was released June 26th, pending at-home report of progress. I need to fix that on the timeline.
Okay.
Let me fix that. Let me sign in and fix that. Okay. But yeah, that's the number. Do you need me to put it in chat?
No, I'm just curious about. Okay, so she was talking to a B27, supposedly.
Yes.
She said that they were doctored. She was talking to a B27, right?
Yes.
About euthanasia.
Mm-hmm.
So apparently B27's he's not afraid of murder.
Mm-hmm. We also, I'm gonna mention your idea. You're gonna hate me.
That's fine.
That was from the Gaius directory. We believe that could have been altered.
Yes, but have we seen B27 appear on any other?
No. Not yet. We haven't seen B27 appear anywhere else other than they were talking to her about. He was in an earlier transcript. He was talking to her about the patient A5159. And they were saying about moving the experiments forward will affect the timeline for experiment 5. Yes, copy that. She said she'll be in the lab at 11. He said, can you be there at 9? No. And he's like, Nelson needs you to run the second trial for experiment 6. This is somebody, B27 is someone who's talked to Nelson directly, it sounds like, or takes orders from Nelson. Because he's telling Nelson, she's telling Deb, Nelson says you need to do this. And she's like, well, have Nelson come talk to me, kind of attitude.
Well, didn't, what do you call, Deb say that the Nelson got workers that just followed his orders?
Yeah, his phantoms. So, yes, that would make sense. B27, in theory, then was somebody that reported to Nelson.
Because I'm just trying to think of a character in our story that's not afraid of murder. And B27 was apparently in a chat about euthanasia.
He was.
And he had no problem saying, hey, I can get you that formula. What is it for? Kind of thing. But then it wasn't like there was no ethical thing about it. So I'm just wondering if that could be our shooter.
I mean, could be, because he also asked in that same chat, is this going to be a regular occurrence? If so, let me know. It's like,
he was.
Oh gosh.
Because he's the only sinister person.
But we have no idea who B27 is.
But
it's a mysterious entity at this point. Same as GR, though I've seen a couple theories as to GR being one of the name tags from Location 3. B27, we got nothing.
Okay.
I'll put it that Well, we knew that was altered, so could that been like the white serum that could have been used for the trap for Deb?
It could have been anything they were talking about. They could have been talking about those chemicals. They could have been someone else asking B27 for those chemicals. It could have been fabricated. We don't know. Deb denied this conversation ever happening. That's the other thing. We're going off of the thing that Deb is saying that this stuff was fabricated. Or she denies this conversation ever happening. Do we trust Deb?
I don't.
I told you you're gonna hate me.
I trust Matt.
So you trust Matt Salmon Woods at least?
I don't trust Salmon Woods, but I trust Matt.
Oh boy.
I mean, he laid down his life for his team,
He did.
and they didn't trust him.
Definitely trust him.
But do we trust him now that he has that stuff in his system? I don't know.
That's also another question.
I don't trust anyone. I trust you, Steph.
Thank you.
I trust my fellow Subject 4 members.
I'm glad you trust me, because Kaylin seems to think I'm Deb, and I swear I'm not. So
Panda, I trust you. Grace, I trust you. Airport, I don't trust you. I love you, but I don't trust you.
Airport's okay with this, apparently.
Yes, Ink Knight, your system, I trust you.
Season 3
trust all you
no
guys.
one. Oh dear. But there's definitely some interesting ideas as to who could be the murderer and who can be. Well, we're assuming the person was killed too. There's a lot of assumptions we're making here. That video cut off before we saw what actually happened in the end. Like, we didn't see anybody get out of the car. We didn't see.
Did they stop it, or did they?
The video just ended because it went to a black screen. It was as if the video ran out of tape or something, or somebody.
They probably someone probably could have, like, because I know on VHS you can get rid of some stuff with a magnet. Someone probably just got rid of that.
There you go.
But wouldn't they just get rid of, like, the entire tape?
Unless they're trying to scare somebody.
Unless they didn't want you knowing that. Hold on, before I make this joke, let me make sure it's accurate.
Is it all a ruse? Was it all staged? Was someone trying to make somebody think somebody was murdered?
Oh,
could the murderer been Nelson's hitman or something?
This song came out in 2015, not 2003. My joke was going to be the tape ended before you could hear that. But first, let me take a selfie. They're just in the Mountaineer taking selfies. Sorry.
I was like, I don't think smartphones were definitely.
They were a thing back then. I had a flip phone.
I was too young to have a phone back then in 2003.
I bought and paid for my first phone at age 13.
Again,
I had a job.
Again, 2003, I was too young to have a phone. So my first phone was a flip phone, but that would have been years later. So I didn't know. I'm trying to think, was there smartphones that had cameras in 2003?
Oh, yeah. Here. Well, we had Motorola's. This one.
Okay.
But can you do these?
I was a kid. Like I said, I was too young. I was a kid. I wouldn't have had a phone yet. Interesting. But it'll be interesting to see what happens next if we get any more information.
Well, also, remember that Wesley potentially, like, got rid of Nelson from the company. Could that have been Nelson in his car, maybe?
Wait, when did that happen? What?
Because I remember season 1, it was either the article or something else. Matt said, "Oh, his partner pushed him out." Could have that been Nelson's revenge?
I'd have to source that. I don't remember which article that was from. If that was which article that would be.
Anyone listening, if you know what that source article is.
The
Sorry.
article John Doe gave him for the drop, I believe so.
Oh, that's the conference, the Shines in conference. Hold on, I have that transcribed somewhere. Let me take a look.
Well, the tape has to mean something. It's 863. It's to stop Nelson.
We would assume, yeah.
Does Nelson own the Mountaineer and killed someone?
I'm still hesitant to say that we saw someone get killed.
Oh.
They were in there raving, man.
We don't know
Sorry.
what we have. It's still new. I feel like I need to rewatch that video several times over
I
to
feel
understand
like
what
someone-
exactly happened. Sorry, go ahead.
I feel like if someone wanted to extinguish someone, they would have done it immediately and not wait. Unless they had something. Like the serum or something like that.
Unless it was a rash decision.
Have you seen Star Wars, where Han Solo has a gun on his lap and he sits there and talks for a while before he shoots?
Who shot first?
Yeah.
But yeah.
I don't watch Star Wars.
Oh, gasp. Sorry. I love Star
Big
Wars.
fan. No, I'm just kidding.
I love
then-
the technically the original 3. The new ones is a thing. We're not going to talk about. Also, Mandalorian's great. Anyway,
Rogue One.
Rogue One was good. I liked Rogue One.
Mhm.
That was a good one.
So, Blue Shell,
Yes.
watch Rogue One.
Okay.
Just watch. Get on Disney Plush. Sorry, I mean the egg roll.
Disney Plush.
Oh, great. I'm gonna. Is Rubber Ducky here or are they here? I don't know. Because that spell bun thing is taking off. It even featured in We Are 863. They were so confused. They were like, what are spell buns? And I'm all like, oh, I wonder what those are.
Anyway, I can see where you're coming from, though, wanting to figure out who was in the car, and it makes sense to think maybe Wes, because we don't know what's going on with Wes. We don't know what happened to Wes. Is Wes alive? Is Wes dead? That's been like one of the bigger questions that we've had. Is we don't know where half of these people are or doing. Everything's like in the shadows, so to speak.
You know, what's also fascinating to me is they didn't just own Spellbound, Syntech. They own the other companies. Is there more information in the other companies, but they can't get to it?
That was something, yeah, that got brought
To
up.
go to
for,
their
like,
neighbors and be like, hey, can we like check out your stairs?
Yeah, I don't know how well that would go down, asking to poke holes in people's walls and such.
I mean, if Matt offered to pay them, like
Well,
pay for the damages, maybe.
Well-
I just seen like the vlog Woods did, and I saw him like go past the stairs that they cut the hole in the server, and it's still not fixed.
nope.
Will
No, because that server, they have to kind of maintain it and make sure that it's still running when they want to talk to
That's
Deb.
dope.
Surprised they don't
Well-
put a door right there, make it easier.
Also,
Oh, like Woods put that little door on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe
that the
make another door.
Phantom destroyed in one hit with a bat.
Yeah.
It looked all
We
cute.
rewatched We rewatched that episode
today.
today. It just like you see the door smash, you're just like, oh gosh, just goes flying.
I was watching a
He's-
TikTok and it was like Matt was saying that he's always calm, cool, and collected. And then they showed that scene where he goes inside that little area after the Phantom had destroyed it and he starts chucking things out, all mad.
Throwing
And
the
he-
wood.
Yeah, and they were like, and even Woods was like, okay, Matt. I'm always calm, cool, and collected. And then there he is throwing stuff out like, ah! Anyway, so thank you so much for that, Blue Shell.
All right, thank you for having me.
You have a good night.
You too.
Well, I think we're going to wrap it up. We've been talking forever.
Yeah, and I'm getting tired. My brain, I think, is officially fried.
I think everyone's brains, if your brain is not officially fried by the end of these podcasts, then you weren't paying attention. But I want to thank everyone for coming out tonight. So sorry about the technical difficulties and the thunderstorms. Next Saturday, we're going to be playing it by ear next Saturday. I'm going to be traveling. I'm going to be in New Mexico, but I am taking my laptop and microphone with me. So, but again, we're going to be playing it by ear. Maybe we might have to do another Sunday podcast, but I kind of like the Sundays, the Sunday podcast, because it gave us more time to build up theories. But I also understand people have church and religious activities on Sunday, so I understand that. But we'll just play the podcast this weekend by ear. The normal podcast for on Wednesdays is going to continue. That's going to be up as normal. And thank you everyone for coming out. Once again, the conversation does not end here. There are Twitch streamers. We are 863. Wonder if they're streaming. If they're streaming, we'll be doing, if you are watching this on Twitch, we will be doing a raid on them if they are streaming.
Someone said they rated us.
Oh, they rated us, so that means they ended. Who's online then? Let's see. Sorry, now that we're officially on Twitch, I have to do this Twitch thing that people do on Twitch. Because I'm a Twitcher. Is that what they're called?
I don't know. I don't do Twitch. I watch Twitch, don't do Twitch. I guess, yeah, they're just called a streamer. Twitch streamer.
Yeah, we are 863 is offline. I don't see anyone we can raid. Let's see.
Everybody's taking the night off.
I know. It's Paul. Not Paul or Connor. Sorry about this, guys. Especially if you're watching this on YouTube, you're like, this is boring. Oh, well. I'll figure out how to do the raids another day. But thank you once again, guys, for tuning in. Again, the conversation does not end here. We will be moving this chat over to General VC. I do like to come in afterwards and talk to you guys. I am going to eat because my dinner is here. Because I got Panda Express today. So I will be eating. What else am I supposed to do? Oh, please check out the Science Babes. They have a YouTube channel. Do you have your YouTube channel link that you can post in the chats?
Yep, I can pull it up real fast.
Okay.
Because we posted some stuff today, so I have it easy access.
Go check out their material. Once again, they're all a lot of what we're doing is yay, airport is educational guessing. So we're all just trying to theorize together and let's see what we all can come up with. Post your theories on Spellbound. If you tag me in them and I enjoy those theories, I usually recommend them. Recommending is a feature that I don't know. Is it just something that moderators do?
I guess so. I don't know. I don't think I'm able to do that.
If you're on your computer and you click the upper right hand arrow on a post.
Let me see. I'm trying it.
Yeah, it should come down as recommend or report. That should be like how you report.
It just says report, block, hide, copy.
No, okay.
Yeah,
So the moderators, we do have a feature where we can recommend the host. we have a feature where we can recommend posts, and people who are following us will get that in their feed because we recommended it to them. So once again, if you are making a theory and you didn't make it up on this podcast, you can still have send them to me and I can recommend it. And if you're not following me, please follow me, because that's where I recommend most of the Science Babe stuff. I recommend everything. Though I had to do that stupid post this week for Dad about the set generator. There were a couple of people got mad at me. They're like, "What do you have against Set?" And I'm like, "Nothing. Me and Set are cool. Like, we're actually friends." And they're like, "No, you can't be because you want to take down his stuff." And I was like, "It's Matthias's website, and he told me to do this." Xander, shut up. Everyone, go and follow Zander. Zander, you could have jumped up on stage at any time, but wait, you don't have a mic. Ha!
Oh dear.
I love you, Zander, and you know that. No, follow me. You can also follow Zander if you want to. Follow the Science Babes, and we'll see you guys next week. We'll see you guys on Wednesday. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Can I end this here?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know how the stages quite work.
No, I don't. I'm trying to end the stream.
Oh, YouTube streams. Yeah, I always struggle doing that whenever I would stream. I need to relearn how to stream on YouTube. And just even see if my streaming software still works.
Okay, should be off. Okay. All right, I'll be right back. I'm going to go ahead and close